These are quite new boards, so the edges are not too bad. You can see on this bit here it's got a piece that is splintered, like I think your mean and yours have. When I say tilt the sander, it's a bit hard, I've got to use it with one hand. Angle it up a little. Takes the edge off, and you can either run the sander down. I do the whole edge. I'll go all the way down and take the edge off. Like I was saying in the email, it takes the edge down, alters the shape, but when it's waxed, it just gives it a rustic look, makes the boards look older. If you've got old boards, then it's not going to alter a lot, but you just got to dig it in to get that out. I get lots of splinters, by the way, but once you've got it down like that, after about 2 coats of wax, I'll show you the wax. I'll just use a Liberon, that's called wax polish, but you need to give it a couple of coats, and once you've got a layer of wax, the splinters won't come up through it. If you're going to try and do it with the boards together, and you've got splinters in where the joins are, the best way to do that is just get a bit of sandpaper, fold it in half, just work it up and down the joint, angle it one side and then the other, and that'll take it down. But there's a lot of work. You won't get away with not doing it, or you'll not get away with doing it quickly. You've got to spend some time to get them to look anything. I don't think people realise half the time the amount of hours that go into it. The other thing I will say, if they've put them together and they haven't glued these joints, I actually use dowel. I use dowel that goes in that way and that way, and glue it all in to stop movement. You get a lot of movement in scaffold boards because they're out in all weathers. They can take a long time to dry out. I usually have a few standing around in the workshop just drying out. This is an order for a customer for a shop. I've got to make 4 of these, but yeah, it's hard work. There's no two ways about it. You just got to work at them. You won't do it easily or quickly, should I say? But you need a belt sander, the chisel. If you've got some really rough bits, you can put it in and just, I normally drag it backwards. I don't go forwards with it, so I'll just dig it out further. I'll drag it backwards and then go over with the sandpaper. I don't think there's much else I can tell you, really. Same for the, all the way round. You just got to go around. There's a piece here that splintered. I'll just do the same. You can always go over it again by hand. Once you've got the initial splintered part out, you can sand it over. Like I say, once you've got the wax on, a couple of coats of wax, you'll find this. You won't get no splinters from it. I don't think, like I say, there's much else I can say really. It's just hard work. You'd be surprised how many hours go into making even a coffee table from it. There's a lot of work goes into it. Like you say, you don't want people who are using or buying the scaffold board furniture to get any kind of splinters or cuts or anything. They do make nice furniture. I use the customer for this one, they want them left with a clear wax, but I always find I like to do stuff with a antique pine. I'm just looking around the workshop. I haven't got anything in here at the moment that's antique pine, but I'll tell a lie, I've got a little stool I made. That was just out of some offcuts. That's antique pine, which I think you're best doing. I think they look better than the clear ones. The ends as well, on the edges here, at the end where the end grain is, you need to sand that down. If you don't put a slightly rounded edge on there, it's easy to chip it. Same with the bottoms of anything. If you don't put a little bit of a rounded edge on it, if they're pulled along the ground, slid about, they'll chip pieces out. Hope it helps. Don't know if it will, but good luck anyway. If you've got any more questions, just ask. I don't mind answering questions. I've been making them for a few years now, so I've come across lots of different problems with them. But hard work is the main thing. Lots of sanding, and you will spend hours actually sanding them down. Anyway, hope that helped. Hope I haven't dragged on too long. But good luck. Thanks a lot.